Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Skytail Rescue. So just a quick update on my way to the airport. Other pilot is already en route from Indiana. They're going to drop the dog at the airport and then I'm gonna take it to Pittsburgh. And I have a surprise for you so you can see who's coming to pick the dogs up in Pittsburgh. But in the meantime, just talk to the weather briefer. And we have some clouds right at 5,000 feet, which, if you remember, that's where I'm planning to fly at last night. But we have a freezing layer at 3,000 feet. So we are going to more than likely have to go either VFR or pick up the IFR and try to maintain 3,000. We'll see what happens when we go there, but we'll see. But anyways, that's where we're at, heading to the airport, and our updated weather brief is done. So yeah, see you guys later. All right, well, arrived at the airport. Didn't get some footage, but we got the doggy back here. Say hi, doggy. We got Bew, our VIP. It's tethered to the seat. And got another updated weather brief. About the same conditions, but it is getting nice and clear outside, if you guys can see. Weather is looking good, clouds are looking good, and we're gonna get started. All right, so before we do our takeoff, we want to do our pre-flight checklist. We go through everything, start the engine. We've already done the pre-flight inside the hangar because it's a bit cold out here today. All right, so documents, we got our aero tax, we already noted, controls free and correct. You want to look and make sure that they're good. All right, emergency equipment check. We do have a fire extinguisher in here, and our doors are locked and latched. All right, magnetos power off. One more time. Alternates. Clear prop. We're gonna come back down to 1,000 RPMs. All right.
So hey guys, at this point in the video, I realized that my internal comms wasn't working well. I was actually going to get it fixed in this airplane in the next couple months. So I'll be maybe flying the other aircraft that we have in the club. But here we are in the aircraft, engine is started, getting the weather, writing everything down, thinking about where I'm gonna go, and also getting that departure frequency for the IFR clearance that I'm gonna pick up.
Alright guys, at this point, I just got off the phone with Columbus Clearance Delivery. They finally gave me an IFR clearance. That took forever. Usually you'll call them and they'll give you a clearance and they'll tell you it's void within 5-10 minutes, whatever the scenario is. But they took forever to get back to me. So here we are doing our takeoff roll. I'm going through my final checks before I do that roll, just to verify everything. The pre-flight and the before takeoff checklist was completed. So I'm just, going through everything once more before I take off. So we're on the roll where we're getting ready to rotate. As you can see, we're off the ground. It's a beautiful day in Ohio. Nice blue skies to the west, but unfortunately we're going to head east, and that is where we're gonna see so many clouds. So here I'm taking off. I'm probably gonna switch over to the departure frequency that I got from clearance delivery, just to pick up further clearance information, see where they want me to climb to, and yeah.
Number 2434 Mike Columbus departure, identify, maintain 5,000.
I did, and climb and maintain 5,000. 2434 Mike.
Number 34 Mike radar contact, west of Allen County, the date and altimeter 2987.
2987. 34 Mike.
Number 72 Bravo contact, Columbus approach, 134.0. West 4761 contact, Indy Center 128.07. Number 7 Echo Delta 7 miles from the final process, clear on ever 24 left approach.
Blue check now.
November 18007 at 16 miles.
18007 Center, welcome to the University altimeter 2986.
2986.
center prepared 437. 2-0 descending, same house. 4.1.
Alright, so now we are getting ready to descend from cruise to get ready to do the approach into our destination airport. At this point, the temperature is about -4, -6 degrees. I think I had climbed up to maybe 8,000, 9,000 feet. But yeah, we're about to begin our descent through these clouds, so stand by and see what happens.
510 Mike Romeo, Butler County Airport, 12 o'clock, 8 miles. 10 Mike Romeo has Butler and Light, wait cancel the IDOR. 0 Mike Romeo, roger. I'm not showing anybody in the pattern at this time. Radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency exchange approved, the IFR cancellations received. 510 Mike Romeo. It's 0-0. Cherry 43, departure radar contact, clear direct 80, climb maintain 14,000. Climb maintain 14,000, and that's why you up. Direct to 80, first qualify, please. Right, direct to 80, just straight 436.
Three four Mike, we have tops at 7,500, just for your information.
3-4 Mike, thanks. If you could just give me the bases when you break out.
Roger, will do. 3-4 Mike.
Cherry 43, contact Cleveland Center 126.905. 2695, just ready 43. Yeah.
Alright, so at this point we're in the clouds and I am looking outside left and right, checking the wings, see what's going on. As I mentioned earlier, we're coming from about -4 degrees Celsius throughout the cloud layers, and so I was checking to see if there was any ice.
November 2434 Mike, turn right, heading 180.
Now
180,
you
34
have
Mike.
3 types of ice. You have clear ice, rime ice, mixed, and at this point I looked outside and there was no ice on the wings at all. So kept going, giving my head into turn and descending. So I had begun my descent and I looked down at my vertical speed indicator and realized I was descending at about 1,500 feet per minute. So decided to ease that descent a little bit. I had originally stayed at a high altitude just to avoid going down through the clouds, but then the controller wanted me to descend so I could get on the RNAV.
Parker up at 849. We're 2600, climbing 3000, and a right turn through 040. At 849, take radar contact, clear direct homie, climb maintain 11,000. Direct homie 1111 at 849. 3-4 Mike, you going to be able to get down for the RNAV? If not, I can take you through the final.
Right now we're take me to the final, please. 3-4 Mike.
So up to this point, the controller was giving me vectors, so I just assumed that he was going to vector me through the final approach course. But then he asked me if I'm going to still do the RNAV. So I was a bit confused here. So I just said, you know what, go ahead, take me through the course since you already vectored me. But still no ice as I'm looking out the wings left and right, trying to maintain that 500 feet to less than 1,000 feet per minute descent. And as I'm looking at it right now, I see I'm at about 1,000 feet right now. So in a second, I'm going to arrest that descent just to maintain a little bit more controllability.
Up to 849, contact Cleveland Center 124.4. 1244 up to 849. Over 2434 Mike, turn right, 210.
210, 34 Mike.
Okay, so just got my vector. I think this was the point to intercept the final approach course, and I am still descending through clouds. So
I'm talking, it started descending from 7,500 all the way down to 5,000 feet, 2,000 feet of solid overcast layers. So continue descending, checking the wings. Once again, no ice was forming on the wings. So I continued descending, trying to maintain that 500 feet per minute descent rate and not increase my airspeed above the maneuvering airspeed while I'm in the clouds. So as you're flying along, these are things you have to consider. Autopilot was not great on this plane either, so just hand flying through the clouds is definitely sometimes overwhelming, but definitely a safe flight, and we're going to get down below the clouds here in a second.
As you can see, it is a bit deep when you fly through clouds. This is why you should fly through the clouds. Just maintain good into 10.
We're 34 Mike, turn right heading 240.
24034.
For Jet 22 departure code. Yeah, we're up level 5,000. For Jet 22, you're at a contact clear Pittsburgh, climbing in 14,000. Clear direct to Pittsburgh, 14,000. Pittsburgh Jet 22. Number 2434 Mike, turn right heading 340.
340, 34 Mike.
It's for Jet 22, contact Cleveland Center 126.72. 126.72, Pittsburgh Jet 22.
Hey, 34 Mike, got bases at 5,000.
34 Mike, thanks.
The clouds at this point, and I can see I have VFR conditions, so I just continue to descend down as fast as I can to get down to a manageable altitude to be able to make my final approach course fixed altitude so I can intercept that LPV for the RNAV approach that I was doing. Alright, so here we are out of the clouds, and we are well below the clouds actually, getting ready to land, going through the before checklist in my mind and just making sure everything's good to go. Actually at this point our checklist is complete, so just getting ready to land, trying to maintain a stabilized descent into the final approach course. So at this point we've canceled our IFR clearance in the air and we're getting ready to land. Winds were about 18 gusting 27, something like that. So I decided to keep my airspeed up just in case we get a wind gust towards the end or loss of winds. So just kept the airspeed going and floated a little bit longer than I wanted to, but still made a good landing and it was safe. So at the end, pretty good. We're here in Washington County, just a little bit south of Pittsburgh for the end of this flight. We've arrived, and I have our surprise right about now.
So we're actually we're dropping this guy off in Wilmington, and we're going up to New York City for the parade,
Okay.
the Halloween parade. But they also have a Thriller parade, like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
All right, welcome back. So, dog is transferred. CJ have him. They're right there about to take off. And now I'm gonna head back. Just got my weather brief down. Now I'm gonna head back. It's a 40 knot headwind, y'all. 40 knot headwind. I'm gonna be going like 70 miles an hour. That is insane. Well, let's get started. See y'all in the sky.
Pittsburgh approach, November 2434 Mike at 2,300, climb to 3,000, direct nose zoo.
November 243, Alpha Mike, Pittsburgh departure, ident, Pittsburgh altimeter is 2971.
2971, ident, 34 Mike.
Departure Southwest 3033 is with you, passing 3.2, heading 190. Alpha 333, Pittsburgh departure, your radar contact, proceed direct to 80, climb and maintain 14,000. Direct 80, climb and maintain 14,000, Southwest 333. You pass flight 143, your radar contact, about 100 miles east, Washington County Airport. Pilot 607, you are 4 miles from Coffee, terrain heading 250, call to Coffee 4000, clear islands, runway 28 right. November 243 Alpha Mike, 243 4 Mike, you are radar contact 3 miles northwest of the Washington County Airport, and climb and maintain 6,000.
Climbing 6,000, 34 Mike.
So at this point, we've departed. We've been cleared to 6,000 feet. I have to go through these clouds, and so with it being a little bit freezing and a little bit bumpy, I was concerned about ice developing on the wings through the climb. So I was looking out just to make sure that there's no ice developing, checking, and still climbing through the clouds. Now we got to about 6,000 feet and we were still in clouds, so I requested a climb up to 8,000 feet. Actually, I requested 10,000 feet, but we had traffic, so they gave me 8,000 feet. And it was good at 8,000, so we maintained 8,000 feet throughout the rest of the flight here.
Compassion 143, back with Pittsburgh, Johnstown on 121.2.
So you can hear that they just free changed Compassion Flight 143 to the next controller. That is actually CJ's call sign. So long, CJ. See you later, buddy. Well, in the meantime, you can see in my flight, I just corrected course to head to my next point on the flight plan. And you can see I'm just about out of the clouds, climbing to, I believe, 8,000 at this point now, because I had just requested that change from 6,000. So here we are at 8,000 feet, and I'm like, whoa there, this is not it for me. Let me request higher right now.
And Pittsburgh approach, 2434 Mike, request in 10,000.
November 23, correction 2434 Mike, climb and maintain 9,000.
9,000, 34 Mike.
South of 3877 Pittsburgh approach, 30 set up for 28 center, 28 right. I'd expect ILS
So
28 right.
here we are again, we're
South
still
of
climbing,
2090,
and I'm
you
looking
are
at these
5 miles
clouds in
from
front of
Coffee,
me,
terrain
like,
250,
holy cow,
cross
like,
Coffee 4000, clear ILS runway 28
am I
right.
gonna clear these at 9,000 feet? And actually right here I'm about 7,500 right now. I think I looked at it when I was at 7,000 and knew I was still gonna be in at 8,000, so I requested higher at that point. But yeah, so I think we got to 9,000 and it was pretty clear at that point. So as I'm climbing, they're like, hey, 3-4 Mike, you got traffic descending from 10,000 feet. I'm like, dude, there's clouds above me. I can't see that.
Departure 72556 is 3,000, climb 5,000 on a heading of 200. Southwest 2556, Pittsburgh departure. Radar contact, proceed direct Keyman, climb and maintain 14,000. Direct Keyman and up to 14,000, Southwest 2556. South 3877, traffic no factor, descend and maintain 6,000. November 3-4 Mike, traffic no factor.
Roger, 3-4 Mike, thanks.
And so they just told me that that traffic they mentioned earlier was no longer a factor. I'm approaching 9,000 feet and I am still a little bit in a little bit of clouds. There's blue skies, I can see it. So I request to climb up to 10,000 feet. And from there it was clear on the way back and no longer any factors for the clouds. Smooth sailing until we got back to Ohio.
Yeah. November 3-4 Mike, climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000, 3-4 Mike.
So here we are at 10,000 feet, looking beautiful, smooth, still with that 40 knot headwind. So I think at this point I was cruising at maybe 85, 90 knots. Just made it for a really long flight. But hey, still need that flight time. It's a bit expensive, but we're gonna get it either way.
South of 3877, descend and maintain 4,000. November 3-4 Mike, contact Cleveland Center 126.9 or 5.
2695, 3-4 Mike, see you.
Yep. Iconic 603, contact Cleveland Center 124.4. 124.
Cleveland Center, 3-4 Mike is at 9,300, climb to 10,000.
Southwest 2556, clear direct 1D. Direct over 1, yeah, 2556. Next up on the land check-in was at November 2434 Mike.
Affirmative, at 9,500, climb to 10,000.
At Cleveland Center, good afternoon. Accuracy and altitude 74.
To 974, 3-4 Mike.
And here we are at 10,000 feet, right over a blanket of clouds looking like snow. Beautiful clear skies above at 10,000 feet. This is why I wanted to climb up this high, just to stay out of that, especially at freezing temperatures. So smooth sailing. Alright, so here we are, our final leg of the flight. We're getting ready to descend into these clouds. Once again, temperatures are pretty cold, so I was very wary of ice. And we're just going to dive into the soup and begin our descent right through these clouds. Wasn't as bumpy as the earlier flight, but still a little bit bumpy. Descent rate is maintaining steady at right around 500 feet per minute, descending from 10,000 feet, I believe, down to 6,000 feet.
Before Mike, just maintain 6,000.
6,000.
So here we are into the thick of it, still maintaining a good descent rate through the clouds. I'm looking outside just to see if I get any ice in. Didn't really see much out there at this point, but still looking, and maintaining my descent rate down.
Departure, there's 883, Charlie Delta on the best.
There's 833 Charlie Delta, Cleveland
So
departure.
here we are out of the clouds, and I look over and I see icing on the aircraft. Not much, just a little bit, but yeah, it's a little bit of ice.
Cleveland Center 2434 Mike is level at 6,000, picked up light rime ice at about 7,500 on the descent.
2434 Mike, Roger, thanks for sticking to us so far.
At this point, I was a little annoyed that ATC didn't advise me there was some ice in the layers. And, you know, because if you already know the information, why not pass it on, you know? It's kind of mind-blowing that he didn't, but hey, we're still chugging along here, almost back.
243 Alpha Mike, you've got that Columbus approach now at, let me see here, 1. Stand by.
Only did he not tell me about the icing, Now he's about to completely butcher my tail number and the frequency for approach.
Try him on 125, or actually 195.0. Actually, do it. 121.82. 121.82.
Was that for 2434, Mike?
Yes, 121.82. 21.82 for Columbus.
Roger, thanks a lot. See.
Yes.
Columbus Birch, November 2434, Mike, level is 6,000, and I have the weather at Lima.
Cherokee 2434, Mike, Columbus approach, day now, Senator 2988, and do you have a approach request there at Lima?
988 and the ILS 427.
Let's roll into it.
Affirmative, sorry about that, too.
No problem. And Cherokee 34, Mike, you expect right for the let's roll into it approach.
Roger, expecting vectors. 434.
So at this point, he had asked me what approach I wanted, and I told him the ILS 427, but actually meant 428. At the previous airport, it was 27, so just a little mix up with both airports landing to the west. So anyways, he got it figured out, and we were on the same page after that. So here we go.
And Cherokee 34, Mike, what's your current heading?
Current heading is 280.
Cherokee 34, Mike, Roger. Alright, 290, please go further.
290, put the local percentage.
4529, we're up at current with altimeter 2988, so which runway is up for? Roger that, for now, just for the heading to maintain 6,000 for the visual 24 right.
So I had canceled my IFR clearance with the controller while I was in the air. Now we're about to land. Came in a little fast again. Once again, the winds here was, I think it was 18 gusting to 25, 26. So I came in, kept the speed up a little bit, and decided to just land a little longer. Our hangar is at the end of the runway anyway, so just made a little more sense to do that. After we landed, I was looking at my iPad to see what the phone number is for the FBO here. I have to call them to get fuel. I landed at 4:59, and by the time I called them, it was 5:01, and they closed at 5, and these guys were gone for the day. So all right, our flight is complete. Plane is in the hangar. And we are wrapped up. Doggy's still on his way to New York. Thanks for coming along with Skytails Rescue. We're hold past wings and a wagging tail. Till next time.
Okay. I realize that every time I stop, I get the paw.